Hey guys, I'm back with part 3 of my Millennium Falcon review, this time with the figures that it comes with. Chewbacca Bow, with his Bacca Bow, or Bowcaster, and Han Solo, which his blaster is somewhere. Here it is. Okay, so, first I'll start out with Han Solo. I definitely like Chewbacca better. Not because he is a member of the Bacca Bow tribe, which I am too, but because he just is a better figure. Anyways, but this is still a really cool figure. It has a great likeness to Harrison Ford, who of course played Han Solo. Comes with this blaster that is removable, and you can stick it in the side pocket here, or the gun holster. So detail's really, really nice. He's wearing his standard outfit that he wears in most of the episodes. A problem I have with the detail, though, is that they did make a communicator thing on his head, which is really nice, but it's not removable. As you can see, it's molded onto the head, so it does limit articulation. Like, it gets wrapped around his neck, and it would be really nice to be able to make this removable and then be able to just pose him without it, because that's how I would display him, is without this helmet thing. But it's still really, really nice. Black vest with pockets and stuff, brown lining down, and they just put a lot of detail into it. Articulation is good, but just not as good as Chewbacca. And of course, this is a 3 3/4 inch figure, or 3.5, I don't know. Head's on a ball joint, so you can rotate 360 degrees, but it ends up getting wire ends up getting wrapped around his head if you do it twice. Arms on a ball joint, so it goes in and out and rotates 360 degrees. Now, this is another complaint I have about this. It has the joint that I absolutely hate, the swivel joint on the elbow. There's no need for it at all. It really limits articulation and makes him look funky. But it does have hand articulation. Rotates 360 degrees. What rotates at the waist, goes forward and back at the leg. No in and out action, which is okay, I guess. Actually, the knee is on a ball joint, so it goes kind of forward and back and rotates 360 degrees. So pretty good range of articulation. You can get him in some pretty cool poses, And then on to Chewbacca Bow, or Chewbacca. Now, quick backstory on Chewbacca that maybe somebody didn't know about. He was born in a canopy over in Kashyyyk to a man named Tajar Khan and a man Wookiee named Tajar Khan, and a woman named, or a Wookiee woman named, what was her name? Her name isn't important. But as a boy, he when he went to Bacca school, he came across some cool lads, and they were a member of the Bacca Bow tribe, and they would shout, Bacca Bow, Bacca Bow. One of their names was Bacca Fire. He was pretty cool. And another one was named Jesse Bow. He was pretty cool. Bacca Fire, he was really, really hairy, and he had like sandwiches. And then Jesse Bow, he was pretty normal. Then you had Sean Wakabo. He was cool. He liked to review toys, which they thought it was pretty weird on Kashyyyk. Then you had the founder of the Bacca Bow tribe. His name was Bacca Eric. He kind of had a simple and uncreative name. He was really hairy too, which we found out on a Skype conference, and he had a beard, even though he was only like 15 or 16, which some of the other Bacca Bow tribe was pretty jealous that he had that. Another one's name was Wyatt, or not Wyatt, that's his name on Earth. He was Derek J. Wyabo, which really he wasn't Derek J. Wyatt, but he wished he was Derek J. Wyatt, so they just let him be that. He was related to Derek J. Wyatt. He was pretty proud of that. He would always talk to the other Wookiees about him being related to Derek J. Wyatt. And another one was his name was, I believe it was Baka/2020. He was a really interesting Bakabo. He was the oldest out of the Bakabos, I believe. And he enjoyed being a Bakabo. And last but then he also had Wilbo, or the Muffin Bow, they also called him. He also hung out with Sean a lot. He had a cool YouTube channel. Then you also had Baka Jeremy, or Baka Megatron 092. And he was okay. And then, last but not least, you had Eddie Frankabo. Now, he rocked. He was the king of the Bakabos. He rocked. But Chewbacca was renamed Chewbacca and he got a bowcaster, also known as a Bakabo. And it was really awesome, and he was really proud. But then he met Han Solo, and he flew off. The end. But, anyways, really awesome figure. Yeah, really cool detail and articulation. This is definitely my favorite out of the two. Detail's really nice. It's his original trilogy self. You can tell by the way his face looks. Just, you know, furry Baka. And I like how they made, like, holes in the middle so it doesn't look like it's a big clump of hair, but that it's actually going down. His bowcaster, his Baka bow, it does go out of his hand, but it's kind of hard to get in there, so I'm keeping it in there. I did lose the eye part, the scope that went on there. It kind of fell off right when I got it out of the box, but it's really cool. His Baka bow is cool. Articulation is really, really nice. Head can rotate at 360 degrees, but it's hindered by this, so no real head articulation, although it does have some. It's on a ball joint on the arm, so it goes in and out, rotates 360 degrees. Same on the arm part here, on the elbow, sorry. And a rotation 60 degrees on the hand. 3 points of articulation on the waist. Really crazy amount of articulation, but it's awesome. Yeah. And, like, you know, you can do the Baka worm. And legs out forward and back. And the knees are on a ball joint, so they go kind of forward and back, rotate 360 degrees, and feet are on a ball joint. So really, really wide range of articulation. They're really awesome figures. I don't know if you can buy them separately, but I would. I mean, like, buy them separately from the Millenium Falcon, but they just go really great with the Falcon, and they fit in there really well, and definitely pick them up. Bakabo!